Hello there. Just a little stream of me trying to learn not to be a clicker in video games. Just getting on my warrior, which is the only character I've been playing in this season of World of Warcraft. Just waiting for the screen. Just waiting for the screen to load up. Had a great discussion with people today on Discord about discovering that I'm a clicker, and well, I knew that I was a clicker, but discovering that there is a thing called a clicker. Again, I'd heard of it, but I really hadn't given it much thought before. But yeah, I am definitely a clicker. I've spent the last 25 years playing video games going click, 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 click. And I'm still not convinced that I can change that, because, hey, it's 25 years. But let me show you the difference currently between me being a clicker and me not being a clicker. So here we are at the training dummy. In fact, I'll just target this one, and I've got that set up. I've already given you what my last one was. I will reset that, and here we go. This is me being a clicker. Yeah, and I know I probably shouldn't have clicked on that yet. This is me being a clicker, so got enrage up, you can see that. Got all these nice procs happening. That's right, click on the trinket as well, awesome. These are the main skills. Sometimes I'll get execute up, which I don't know how they work that out on training dummy. Maybe it's under 35% health or whatever it's meant to be. Maybe they just toggle through that. Don't know. But you can see all my long cooldowns here. See, you would do those as you're going as well. That can come back up on our long cooldowns. And these are the main skills in the Fury Warrior rotation. Assuming I've got this right. I'm going to chuck one of these there to do some whirly gigs. Okay, that's probably enough of the clicker. Sit on my arse and see what it says. 999k. Not a mil, but pretty bloody close. 999k. I don't have an issue doing that with the training dummy. What I have an issue with is doing it in, say, a mythic dungeon. And the reason why I have an issue with that is because I'm a clicker, so I'm so focused on looking at what I'm doing down here with the rotations that it's very easy to miss what else is going on. To be honest, I don't even know how non-clickers get past that, because you have to keep an eye on where your procs are, and so you do have to look down at this, and when you're looking down at this, you're not looking up here. So that's just one of the questions that I'll leave out there. So $9.99 as a clicker. Reset all data. Now, so at the moment I've got my rotation keys mapped to 1 to 5. I've got my higher keys, my long cooldown keys up here Now, I'm not even trying to use those for this test. I'm just trying to use 1 to 5 to start with, because you know, like baby steps. So there's 1 to 5. So here we go. So I'll at least let myself do that, and then start trying to choose them in terms of the procs. This is me being a clicker and not moving, you know, so you kind of normally need to move when you're in a mythic dungeon, which I can normally do fine when I'm clicking, but hitting these buttons and moving at the same time, you say, oh, I nearly clicked. It is a bit of a bridge too far for me at the moment. That's something I would need to practice. Now I am going to let myself click on the whirligig and these long cooldown ones, because as I said, only doing the other ones at the moment. And yeah, of course, I'm just button mashing based on which of the instant or non-cooldown buttons are available. So I've probably given it roughly the same amount of time, just using the 1 to 5s. So yeah, so let's just stop that there. Sit on our ass again. See what that came out to. I assume I reset that properly before. Did I reset that properly? I think so. So I got to about 850 doing it like that. But of course I wasn't moving around while I was doing that. See, if I was clicking I'd be moving as well as doing these things. But at the moment, while I'm not being a clicker and pushing on these buttons, it would be the next level of progress to actually use my WASD to navigate around at the same time. That would take a bit of practice. I'm not actually sure how people do that unless they stay on it WASD and then just, I guess they do. But no, I'm new to this whole non-clicking thing. So anyway, that's what I ended up with as clicker versus non-clicker. It was about $9.99 as a clicker and about $8.50 or whatever it was as a non-clicker, but with the added bonus as a non-clicker of not moving around very well. So anyway, short and sharp. This is just me trying to improve how I play by making sure I have an understanding of the pros and cons of clicker versus non-clicker from my perspective. Thank you.